we are both younger sisters.
Yes, I love that.
I know, I do love that. So what was it like growing up with Steph and Seth? First of all, who was more protective? I feel like Steph is more protective. Seth actually.
Yeah.
Wait, tell the story about
Oh,
Damien.
I am.
Okay, good.
That's my favorite story to tell. No, they just showed it in different ways. Like Stefan was more outwardly.
Yeah.
But he's like really nice. So you would never know like how protective he was.
Yeah.
But with Seth, like he just is super quiet. And so, like you don't really know what he's thinking until he wants you to know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
I remember like first story, I had a boyfriend in high school that I dated from end of high school into college a little bit, and he was like literally the worst. And after, I never told anyone like what was going on between us and like how bad it had gotten. And then after the fact, like Stefan and Aisha were like, we want to cut his balls off. I'm like, easy.
I remember that. A lot of your significant others we've wanted to do that with, but
yeah,
not that. No.
I'm like, sure, go at it. Go ahead. Just be
That's
quiet
your
about
prerogative.
it.
Yeah.
No, but with Seth, so I dated Damien for
3 years.
Almost maybe 2.5 years before we got married, and we just finished like leaving the altar. We were headed to the reception in the car, and we had a second like to just relax, and we're in the car and like we're scrolling our social media, and Damien has his phone and he's scrolling, and he just starts laughing, and I'm like, what are you laughing at? And he shows me his phone, and it says S. Curry has followed you. So
it took him that long.
He did not follow this, like even acknowledge this man's existence until he like married me. And
Yeah.
Damien's literally the best guy like in the world. Like he treats me so well. He's so sweet. Like the best. I mean, at the time they didn't know that, but the best dad. Like all of these great things. And it took me being like, this is my husband, Damien, for Seth to be like, fine.
It's very Seth.
Fine.
Like that is Seth. That's why I love Seth.
But yeah, I never really tried like intermingling, because obviously it's easy. Like they're on different teams and they have teammates, stuff like that. So there were always boys around. And while I thought like a lot of his teammates were cute, like I never tried to intermingle my dating life with,
because it just would make things so complicated.
Ew, and like locker room talk. I don't want to know.
Yeah, no.
Ew.
No.
No, thank you.
None of that.
So I kept it cute, kept it classy.
You're so
it was hard
classy.
because there were some cute teammates. But anyways.
Well, I remember growing up literally being like, when Seth was still with the Blazers, I thought, I'm not like, some guys were cute. And then I remember like after the game, Steph and Seth, they would always be like, no. They would just be like that guy's dumb. Like, they would really get mad. And like, I think that honestly, my parents definitely were like, you probably like find someone at Stanford, which thank God I did. I manifested that actually.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to find my husband at Stanford. But I think in high school, I was so enamored with professional athletes.
That's all we were
because I wanted to be. It was my dream to be a professional athlete. Yeah, it's what I'm around. And anytime I was like, oh, like he's kind of cute, Seth and stuff would be like, no, do better, Cameron.
I love that they're so protective over you, because probably they knew like, you're around it way more than I am even then, because you're like aspiring to be a professional athlete. Like you're in the mix, you play the same sport as them. So they were like, we have to keep an eye on her, because they also knew that the guys were coming to look at you too. But was Sai, like your brother Sai, like was he?
He's
involved?
So funny. I think he's just happy. Like he was like, when he first met Ben, my fiance, he was like, I would marry him. Like what? It's just so funny. Like they got along instantly. And Sai's never been super. I think like in high school when I had some shitty boyfriends, he would be protective and like, I'll cut his balls off. Like, which is weird for another guy to say. Like if you think about it.
Walk me through that. Tell me how that would go down.
But I think I'm like the more protective one.
Oh my gosh.
Him.
Are you kidding? Being the younger sister is probably one of the most fun things.
I was just about to say, it's like fun. It's like, okay,
I'm bored. Let's go run this girl off.
Who's this? So yeah, he's dating someone now and I like her.
Okay, good.
So But yeah, before that, I would be like, what are you doing? What Sai? But with me, he was, that's just not his personality.
No.
But
and he's also very like, Sai will do what he wants to do.
he's a Leo. He'll do it.
I love our Leos. Shout out to the Leos.
Not me doing a zodiac reference. Who am I becoming?
Sometimes it works.